Hello, hello. Welcome to Ascension Messages, where we sit in conversation with benevolent beings who have guidance and support for our collective evolution. My name is Samara, and this is episode 16. We will be sitting in conversation today with 3 archangels: Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Amethyst, and Archangel Sandalphon. If you are new to the channel, new to this podcast, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So, quick rundown of how this session works. I will be in any one of 3 channeled states, 3 states of conversation. One is my personality self, which is who you're speaking to now. 2 will be my higher self. And the 3rd possibility is to be in full channel, where another consciousness will speak through me. Any combination of the 3 is possible in this 25 to 30 minutes. So usually I would do archangel messages separate to this podcast. This podcast, I'm usually in communication with beings from other planets. But there was a necessity that came through in a meditation I had. So I'm just going to read through from my notes because it came in bits and pieces over the week. And it all started with me reading about the amethyst crystal, stone. I prefer to just call them stones. From in a description by the Liquid Crystal Oracle, which has some very profound and sometimes say more expansive understanding of how these stones work and what their benefit to humanity can be, other than the standard what you can find by Googling, amethyst metaphysical properties, for example. And so came in information, my consciousness opened to information on the violet flame. And when I had contact with the Archangel Zadkiel, I was told that I was not to do a separate collective message or archangel message, that it should be in this podcast format. Why? I will read to you what came in my writings. So it was communicated. It becomes more important for people, humans, to understand that angels are real and exist beyond any religion and beyond the confines of religious belief. All souls descended into 3rd density. They constructed different pathways to connect to higher dimensional thought. Sorry, let me correct that. All souls who descended into 3rd density constructed different pathways to connect to higher dimensional thought, higher density energies. This can be seen in humanity's parables, fables, myths, and as an extension of that, religion. We ensure and reassure you that physical 3rd dimensional practices can connect one to higher dimensions, for divine energy lives in all. In fact, our message for today speaks of the importance of grounding higher frequencies into your planet and your physical existence. We do it in this way, though, through this broadcast, because we seek to destigmatize the word angel and to separate it from religious connotation. And as I was setting up for the reading, or the conversation rather, I was getting a lot of pain in my upper back, like an aching in my upper back, the back of the heart chakra, which the back of the chakras are considered the receiving side of the chakra. And the front would be what we're emitting out into the world. Feel free to take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is from my experience and from my meditation, and also practical real world research, or 3D world research. So in that pain in the upper back, when I asked about it, I got the response, many humans have resistance to accepting the pure unconditional love that is streaming to them from the angelic realm. And this speaks to a deep fear of abandonment and a subconscious feeling of unworthiness that is present in the humanity's collective consciousness. And with that came some imagery that had to do with forgiveness, but we're going to see where the conversation leads once I start shuffling the decks here. So I do have just an oracle deck and a tarot deck that I've been led to refer to for this conversation. So we welcome the presence of Archangel Zadkiel, who is the Sorry, I got distracted there. So Archangel Zadkiel, who works with the violet flame. He's the divine masculine expression, divine feminine expressions archangel, or Archeia Amethyst, who's also referred to as Archeia purity. And then the Archangel Sandalphon, welcome, who governs the Earth Star chakra. And this combination of beings came together. Energies came together. As I said in the beginning, this is about, in the opening message from the Archangels, that this conversation has to do with grounding divinity into the earthly realm and into the purpose of living. That's the words they want me to use, to ground it into the reason for living. And understanding that there's nothing really that exists outside of it. There's only the lack of awareness that one is living within it. Yes, there's a lot coming in. So they're saying, I really do want to shuffle the decks, but they are saying that one's alignment with their divine self, there's always a divine expression or a divine, say, lesson, regardless of how far out of alignment or in alignment one is to this higher expression of themselves. True expression. They want me to use true expression of themselves. The message on Archangel Amethyst card that I'm using here, I'm looking at the oracle cards from Diana Cooper's Archangel deck. And Archangel Amethyst came through as needing to be like front and center. So I have all three of their cards out. And Archangel Amethyst came front and center. Her message on this card is purify your life with love, prepare for something better. And so this message of forgiveness that came through, this urge, this nudge that they gave me with forgiveness, is that a lot of our current blockages, this is a timeless message, by the way, a lot of our current blockages to us expressing our divine selves is this challenge of forgiving the past, forgiving how we've been wronged, forgiving things that have happened that have made us, pulled us out of alignment, or has triggered us. So this purify your life with love, prepare for something better. The underlying is better than what was before. And what was before can no longer exist in your energetic field if you want something better. There is something better. It is on its way. It is, are you bringing it down from the immaterial, from the higher realms into the physical? How are you bringing it into the physical, or how can we bring it into the physical? I'm asking that question. There will get an answer. Through your emotional state, through the beliefs that you carry, you can change the quality of your existence simply by tapping into, allowing yourself to be at peace with exactly where you are, and allowing yourself to feel the greatness that you await at this moment, without waiting, no longer waiting for external circumstances and external conditions to determine when that vibration exists. That vibration, that reality exists in your auric field, in the ethers, for you. It is your task to align your energies, align your mental state, and align your earthly physical actions with that vibrationary field, with the vibration of that reality that you wish to manifest, to make physical. I'm going to shuffle the deck. I have a feeling this will be a short message today. I've been prompted all week that I feel like it's more like we don't have a lot to say, we just have something to say. That's basically. So I got the card. Oh, wow. Okay. Beautiful. Card number 4 in this deck that I'm using, called Visions of the Soul. It is the heart chakra. And then I have Spiritual Rebirth. And I'm going to take the bottom of the deck, which is the solar plexus chakra. Whew. Okay. This is very clear. You know, it's a very practical message. And that practical message is, so Archangel Zadkiel's card in the oracle cards that I have open here says, it is time for transmutation, carry the violet flame. And Archangel Sandalphon's card says, tune into your divine potential, bring the world into harmony. So in these cards are expressing that we require the will. Our rebirth requires will. You have to want it and believe it beyond Believing is also a will. It's also will. There will certainly be times that the old doubt resurfaces. It is a pattern within you that has existed over many years. Some parts of that pattern can dissipate into the air as if like magic. Other parts are more deeply ingrained. They are in your shadow, as you term them. And so is your spiritual rebirth, fueled by the sun that you shine upon your whole being and willingness to excavate patterns and beliefs that do not vibrate on the field of what you are ushering in. Thank you. The heart chakra card is giving me a bit of a confusion. Archangels. So I'm being guided here to just, I have a, excuse me, a tarot deck. Excuse me if that's a little loud on my wooden table here. I have a tarot deck to do some clarifying. And I am prompted to also remind you or let you know that I do have another channel called North Node Alchemy, and there are North Node readings on there. If you're not familiar with your North Node or your North Node placement, you could visit feministalchemist.com and find out your North Node placement. You could read a summary, and the reason I'm plugging it here specifically is because I've just finished for all 12 North Node signs messages from your Earth Star chakra, which was overseen by the Archangel Sandalphon, who also is making a cameo appearance here today. Although I feel Archangel Amethyst is the main voice of the day, and I'm very grateful for that. So let's see. I'm going to get some clarification on the heart chakra specifically here. Okay, what came out on the split? Ooh, okay, wow. They just want me to take the one. So yes, it just confirms what I was thinking, which is that the belief is not just about discipline and telling yourself. It's about tuning into a truth that's in your heart, the portal of your heart. So what came out from the tarot deck is the Two of Swords in reverse, which for me today has been speaking. I've gotten this today in another reading, is speaking to moving forward without a shadow of a doubt. Complete clarity. What could be happening here as well is resistance to that belief because of heartbreak in the past. So feeling stagnant to make a decision to truly believe because fear of past. You've made clear decisions in the past. You were convinced in the past. Each one of us has experienced that. Been convinced of something in the past and it didn't turn out so great. Yes. So that can lead us to a decision anxiety, which is what I'm seeing here. I do want to read from the guidebook for this deck about the heart chakra. This is what they are prompting me to do, what I'm being prompted to do. It says balance, empathy, unconditional love, self-love, and compassion are the keywords. The challenges are indecisive. Well, see, there you go. Unloved, self-pity, critical, possessive, and depressive. And the new aspects are oneness and universal love. Okay. That's all they want me to read. So it's about, indecisiveness. And, I could read more. Okay. It says, until you are able to know unconditional love for self, you are limiting the infinite love of the universe from expressing itself through you. Love for self needs nothing but open acceptance for who you are right now. Be open to allowing yourself to love yourself, irrespective of past experiences. As you begin to feel this love for self, universal love flows through you, strengthening the feeling of oneness, and with that sense of oneness, you are able to express unconditional love out into the world. So this heart chakra card is from the Visions of the Soul cards by Kim Dreyer, if you are interested. So the forgiveness is also self-forgiveness. I was being prompted also towards the stone orca agate, which is a stone of forgiveness. If they call it orca agate because it is like black with white spots on it. That gives you the look of an orca whale. And this is about light and shadow, as the archangels have expressed today. And sometimes, so I'm hearing, we humans can prevent themselves from being the highest expression of themselves because they have not yet forgiven past versions of themselves and mistakes that they may have made, and times when they were not the highest expressions of themselves, but leaving that in the past, and not by forgetting, but by showering it with the light of awareness, showering it with love, and transmuting that into a wisdom, and for many of us also a tool that will be used in how we, hence the presence of Archangel Sandalphon here, who is governing the Earth Star chakra, or overseeing and overlighting the Earth Star chakra, and all that it has in there for our path, purpose, and reason for coming to Earth. That those experiences, even those perceived shortcomings, are part of what we agreed to experience in order to have the tools and the vibration to affect the world in the way that we agreed to affect the world while we're here. And so this violet flame energy, we come down back to the power of the amethyst crystal, or stone, which many people have regarded as a higher chakra crystal, the crown mostly, or the third eye, because of its color, purple. However, purple consists of red as well, and blue. There is an immense power of the amethyst stone to ground higher vibrational energies into your root chakra and therefore into the earthly plane. And many people who use amethyst do not use it for that purpose. We are being encouraged to use amethyst on the lower chakras, as amethyst is also, this is where a lot of, or the lower chakras is also where a lot of the insecurities, shame, guilt is residing. So amethyst is there to bring that energy of transmutation to where humanity needs it most. Hence amethyst also being so easily available to us. They say the stones, the precious stones that are most common, are the ones that we are most in need of as in the human collective. And we're being called to use Amethyst on especially the root and the sacral chakra, especially to clear what is preventing us from walking in our divinity. Literally, they're showing me feet, and I can feel it, the weight in my feet, walking in your divinity. Not so bringing it out of the higher chakras and divinity being in your physical form, in your lower chakras, in your everyday physical expressions of being. And it also, they're pointing me to the psychological, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'm asking you. I think a lot of us do. I think a lot of us had to do that in high school. But the needs were your basic security. If you don't have your basic security, roof over your head, food, and shelter, it's difficult to then aspire to opening the, like self-actualization, to grow as an individual, because you're busy catering or trying to secure your basic needs. This is what also grounding this energy, this higher dimensional, your divine self can do for us, can do for you, can do for us, where the existential fear is reduced. The anxiety, decision anxiety, existential fear, the fear, especially that fear, they're pointing to the fear of truly being yourself and how that affects your ability to have a career, to make money, to have friends, to have your basic needs met. That may be a whole other discussion. Should I pull another? They're prompting me to pull another tarot card to close this. Oh, I think I lost it. Okay, one I'm taking is the 10 of Wands upright. And am I taking this one? I'm gonna, no. Okay, I'm gonna leave that like that. Let's just start with the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands upright has now come. We're coming to an end of a difficult chapter. Many of you who are listening, many of us, and collectively, it's coming to an end of a very challenging, it's a challenging transformation, this one has been. There is light at the end of the tunnel, though. So this violet flame, this grounding the divinity exercise that we're being called to, is also to relieve ourselves of the burden that everything must be done in the physical realm. No, it must not be. There is much that one can accomplish just by shifting the belief system, shifting the vibration, shifting one's mindset and emotional state, being in appreciation of where you are and what you have, going through everything that you have. Okay, that's another element. Is that another element? A lot of you have more assets, prospects that you can utilize and leverage than you are aware of. It's necessary that the anxiety and the burden is lightened, and appreciation, you tap into appreciation so you can see how many things you have that you can utilize. Many of you are looking without instead of looking within. I'm going to wrap this up. They gave me a final 2, 3. 3. Okay, thank you, Archangels. Oh, we have the 5 of Cups. Oh, yes. Okay, that's just confirmation of what I was saying. 5 of Cups is when you're looking at what's gone wrong instead of the opportunities that are ahead. You, me, everybody. I'm not pointing the finger at anybody, but that's what that message is. And then we have the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Crystals. Ooh, okay. Wow, that's interesting. So yeah, looking at what you have, what has gone wrong instead of what you have ahead of you. There's a call to tend, like honor the wounds of the past. We are being called to honor the wounds of the past, mostly because for some of you, you're going to make a great movie. Some of you are going to make amazing music that is going to be healing to yourself and to other people. Because the 3 of Swords with the 3 of Crystals, I feel you're putting together resources, coming together also possibly with people who are on a similar journey to create really magical things. But the first step here is that we're being called to bring our divine selves into our humanness, into our human experience, and to process our human experience with oh, you're giving me words. Process your human experience within the embrace of your divine self. I think I'll leave that line there. So thanks for stopping by, and many, many thanks and gratitude, appreciation, and love to Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Amethyst, and Archangel Sandalphon, who graced us with their messages today. I wish you all the best, and I will speak to you next time. Until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye-bye.